All right, there's a few people out there that'll probably really appreciate this video. What I have here to talk about, a couple of old school Beckett baseball card magazines here. Mickey Mantle cover, Dot Gooden cover, from the era of the rookie card craze, 1986, what's that, March and July, back when, we were buying cards and 30 years later we were gonna be rich, right? Well, not the case if you were buying 86 Topps baseball and Donruss baseball and Fleer baseball, but there's an argument for if you were buying 86 Fleer basketball or 86 Topps football and kept them in very high grade or in unopened condition. There's definitely huge money, but baseball not so much. Anyway, figured it'd be fun to flip through these. This goes back. This takes me back. You go through here and you got the readers right and their opinions on who's hot and who's not. And then Beckett had their list. There's not much content to this. It was just a price guide and maybe an article or two. Where's the hot or not list? The best at what they do for first base. All right, so here's what they got. They got Eddie Murray, Hernandez, Ken Herbeck, Bill Buckner, Greg Walker, Leon Durham, Andres Galarraga, Alvin Davis, and Pete O'Brien. I guess big first baseman back then. Collecting in the 60s. I should read this article. I haven't read these. At least not yet. Now, there is no hot or cold list in this one. What the fuck? This is from July. So maybe they stopped doing that? Or maybe it was the reader submission? Weather report. No, I meant, it's right here. Okay, so hot. Dwight Gooden, Don Mattingly, Wade Boggs. I mean, you guys could read that. Beckett Monthly was hot. Oda B. McDowell. And not hot. Steve Sachs, Jim Rice, Joaquin Andujar. And here's a visual to drive the point home. So Canseco was hot, Puckett was warm, and Keith Hernandez was cold. And if you look at some of these prices, like let's look at the what? The 51 Bowman Mantle here is, what's this? I guess I'm not sure what the columns represent, but I'm assuming it's near mint condition. $525. And the 52 Topps is at $27.50. I tell you, I'd buy a ton of those today if they were that price. But yeah, this was the Bible, baseball card trading and trying to figure out what your shit was worth. And that's really it. So there's the hot and cold list. There's a couple articles, and then it gets right into the price guide here. And there's some ads in the back. Let's see. 1980 Topps Ricky Henderson is what? Is $12.50. Not far behind is Dan Quisenberry at $3. Dave Steeb at $3.50, but he was trending downward here. This is definitely fun to watch. Look at, other keys. Let's see. If we look at 84 Donruss, Strawberry was $5, and Mattingly was what? $7. So it hadn't quite peaked yet. At one point, it became like a $100 card. 84 Fleer. So the 84 Fleer updates probably. We're looking at $50 for Dwight Gooden, $5 for the Puckett, and Saberhagen was $9. Mike Young was $4, and Clemens was trending upwards at $5. And so there's the price list. We stop at 86 86 Topps, right? 86 Topps. So what was the big money card in 86 Topps? Anything over $1. The Pete Rose #1. Oh, Dwight Gooden was $2.25. Those were the days. And then the back had looks like some ads, and you get subscribed. I'm not sure what else is back here. Calendar for shows. The rookie definition, how to use the price guide. And then the back cover had, this is Darryl Strawberry. There's actually a great 30 for 30 coming up on ESPN, and I think it's July. And it's Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden, basically from this era. So I gotta check the calendar, find out when that's gonna air so I can remind myself to watch it, but that should be a good watch. So here's the Dwight Gooden from March of '86. 1986 cards are here, and more of the same. The hot and cold list probably didn't change all that much. Yeah, Jim Rice, Fred Lynn, Joaquin Andujar, Gooden, Mattingly, Rose, Boggs. You can see that there. The Weather Report. Kari Yastrzemski. And these prices probably didn't differ all that much. Maybe, if anything, they were probably a little bit lower because it's 3 months prior. So I'm not going to go through this, but I like these Beckett magazines. I just resubscribed, or let's say resubscribed. I used to get Beckett maybe about 10 years ago. And then it became, just every month it was the same shit. The price guide never changed. The prices were really inaccurate. And I couldn't justify the subscription cost, but just recently I subscribed to Beckett Vintage Collector, and it was like a 6-issue subscription for a year. I figured I'd try it out. I'm not sure if anybody out there already gets that. They can shed some light onto what I've gotten myself into, but hopefully it's a decent magazine. I like magazines. I wish there was a good hobby magazine that came out on a regular basis, so I'll give Beckett Vintage Grader a try. It's too bad there wasn't a Kickstarter thing for like a crowd-funded magazine for vintage sports cards like there are for video games and such. I subscribe to both of those. Future Hall of Famers, Tom Seaver, Phil Niekro, and Reggie Jackson. Let's see. Detoured, Friend Lynn. So this is talking about health. Robin Yount made it. Winfield made it. Ron Guidry. He didn't make it. In fact, he ain't gonna make it. A look back at 86 cards. The 86 cards, and the reader's right who's hot, who's not. It's like basically the same shit everybody writes. Dwight Gooden, Don Mattingly, Ryan Sandberg, Wade Boggs, etc., etc. So fun to look back at these old Becketts. Yeah, and here's Gary Carter. It's a couple of Mets. I wouldn't mind adding a few more just to have, just because this really takes me back to, you know, when I had no money and, you know, was buying just cheap shit and, like I said, thinking I was going to be rich someday. Didn't work out so well, but still fun while I was doing it. And there you have it. A couple of old school Becketts. And, yeah, thanks for watching. That's all for now.